This week, a leaked group chat exposed members of the Young Republicans Club being violent and racist. So, just being Republicans, really. We're going to get into it, but first, just a quick reminder, hit the subscribe button and enable notifications. It really helps us bring you more stories like this. This is Kameron Williams, and welcome to Pragmotiv News. Politico uncovered a private online group chat where members of the New York Young Republicans Club, one of the country's oldest and most influential conservative organizations, shared provocative comments that sent shockwaves through the internet. Screenshots from the group chat reveal club members and leaders sharing a mix of offensive jokes, rants, and extreme statements. Some messages referenced violent historical events and leaders in a way that is deeply troubling. There were memes and comments involving racial slurs, calling black people monkeys, and the, quote, watermelon people. Sick burn, bruh. They were even invoking authoritarian figures like Hitler and referencing violence, like putting political opponents in gas chambers and raping their enemies and driving them to unalive themselves, which crosses the line from humor into something that is dangerous. These are some of the texts that Politico included in a graphic on their article. Some say everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going into the gas chamber. Somebody else said, when do we start bullying, dude? Somebody else said, we have a solid 3 people who can probably have them jump. And then somebody else said, when do we bring that side out? I'm going to create some of the greatest physiological torture methods known to man. Yeah, these people are nuts. So when I first saw this shit, I wanted to know who the fuck said what and when. So I searched all over and found this graphic on Adam Mockler's video. So here it is. The New York Young Republican Club isn't just a social group. It's become a magnet for young, ambitious conservatives and often hosts high-profile speakers from across the right-wing movement. Some club members are closely connected to rising GOP stars and even current Republican lawmakers. That means what's said privately can have a much bigger impact, reflecting the club's culture and, by extension, the broader movement of young Republicans in the U.S., and even some policies of the National Party. And make no mistake, y'all, this is how they feel. This is how they all feel. Not just the young ones, the old ones too. And by the way, why are they called the Young Republicans Club when all of them are old as fuck? 20s is a young Republican. 30s is just a damn Republican. I mean, let's be real. So how did everybody react in that party? J.D. Vance immediately tried to downplay it by saying, quote, this is far worse than anything said in a college chat. And the guy who said it could become the AG of Virginia. Referencing some text message that he's blowing way out of proportion. Probably. And he went on to say, I refuse to join the pearl clutching when powerful people call for political violence. So here we go with the whataboutism. To distract from his party's racist and violent tendencies. So instead of condemning a whole group of your fellow Republicans, you, JD, bring up one instance of one singular Democrat saying something questionable, as if that makes it the same. It does not. Some other Republicans call these text messages edgy and saying that they're joking. I don't think calling for your opponents to be put in a gas chamber is edgy, or calling black people monkeys are jokes. That's not joking. Let's just call it what it is: violence and racism. This highlights the problem with the GOP. They put on their pretty faces and pretend to be civilized, but when they think no one is watching or listening, they say shit like this. And some even act on it. This is why I made a video talking about this very topic a couple of weeks ago. I suggest you go check it out. It's called The GOP's Free Speech Hypocrisy Exposed. I'll link it below in the description. And that's not the only example. I have another video about a Republican doing something crazy and sadistic. It's about the MAGA dentist admitting to giving Democratic patients less laughing gas when working on their teeth to make them feel more pain. I'll link that one below too. I could list countless of other examples of Republicans being nasty, violent, racist, degenerate people. But YouTube doesn't have enough storage space for that on their servers. So that's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow at Pragmotiv News everywhere to stay pragmotivated. Also, remember you can find us across major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio so that you can listen to us even when you're on the go. So head on over there now and leave a review. It really helps us out. Until next time, peace.